Hey everyone, welcome to the Outdoor Biz Uncut, a new shorter episode where I capture a quick conversation actually outside on an adventure in a wild place. You know I try to get out a lot, hiking, fishing, paddling, camping, whatever. Sometimes there are stories to be told, other times not. And many times I'm with folks who have great outdoor businesses in awesome locations, and maybe we can inspire you to make a visit or at the very least, get outside yourself. So please enjoy and make time to get outside. Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm here in Northern Ireland. We're just near Belfast. Just got done with a sea kayak with Rory Martin here on, what was the name of the loch?
Strangford Lough.
Strangford Lough. Paddled around, saw a couple islands, had a great time. It was a beautiful day. How long have you been running this business?
The business has been operating for 3 years now, so we started just after the COVID pandemic hit, and the doors were shut for a couple of months, and then thankfully we were the first to be allowed back out and operational, and the business just took off because everybody wanted to get out and about and active and outdoors after being locked down for so long. So it was a great start to the business. We managed to get about 6,000 people through the doors and out in Strangford Lough last year, and the business has just gone from strength to strength from there on. So
wow, good for you. That's awesome. And how long have you been doing this?
So I've been kayaking for about 20 years. I worked at various different outdoor centres throughout the country, down in the Lakelands in the west, and then in various different businesses in Belfast and charities and social enterprises and things like that. So it gave me a good grounding throughout the industry to learn about how to get funding for bits and pieces and marketing and
inventory, boats.
That's it.
All the stuff.
How to deliver sort of quirky, innovative tours and experiences for people. And I think that's really what's led to the success of the business so far.
Very cool. And do you operate only on the loch here, or do you do other trips around?
No, we do other trips around the Irish coastline as well. So we do one around Bangor and Donaghadee, and then down around Newcastle and Annalong as well. So we do lots of coastal trips for people that have done a bit of paddling before, but the majority of the stuff happens here on Strangford Lough.
Yeah, a lot of tourists roll through here, I'll bet.
Yes, I suppose it's such an area of outstanding natural beauty that it's quite untouched as well. You know, there's no high rises around the shores. There's a wee bit of a lack of infrastructure with regards to hotels and B&Bs and stuff, but that's increasing now with the tourists coming in, you know. So it's great to see a bit more activity on the loch because it's such a beautiful part of the world. There's diverse wildlife here, but we want to manage it so that it's here for years to come as well.
Yeah. No, it's amazingly beautiful. I mean, we're here on a, what is this? It's a Monday afternoon. There's clouds but no wind. It's warm. The water was flat, so we had easy paddling. Does it ever get stormy and how like waves? And
I suppose it can do it in the winter months. You know, it gets windier for sure. We have had quite a windy summer this year, windier than previous years. I'm not sure if that's in any way related to climate change at all, but it has been a bit harder for the likes of the paddleboarding sessions that we do to operate, so we do notice it from time to time. But no, it never gets overly stormy, mainly because there's a peninsula, the Ards Peninsula, that goes down the far shore, and that and all the islands, they kind of block the wind or shelter you to some extent as well. So it's a paddling haven. Really. It's perfect for kayaking, canoeing, and paddleboarding.
Did the wind bring a lot of windsurfers and kiteboarders and things? Yeah,
so we get not so much kite surfing here because of all the boats, you know, the lines, the kites, that provides an obstacle for them. But we do get a lot of wing foiling here now as well. So it's the latest cool activity for people to try. Fair bit of sailing and a fair bit of windsurfing as well. So, yeah, popular activity destination for sure.
Very nice. So if you had one or two things to say to folks that wanted to come to this area, what would be the best time of year to come?
I suppose any time really from May through to end of September, start of October. That's when you're going to get the best weather. We're quite used to the weather here. There's, as Billy Connolly famously said, there's no such thing as bad weather, just the wrong clothing.
That's right.
So, yeah, I think any time of year is grand here. Like the temperatures are going to be at sort of 20 degrees around. That's Celsius, obviously, around the summer months. So that's probably the best time to visit.
Mm-hmm. And then other activities to participate in addition to paddling? There's all kinds of boating, I assume.
Yeah.
Fishing?
Lots of fishing in Strangford Lough as well, mostly line fishing, so there's plenty of places to get to. We do e-foiling, we do boat tours, there's kayaking, canoeing, paddleboarding. We do all sorts of land-based activities as well, and you're not far from the Mournes, the Mourne Mountains, and you're not far from Belfast. So it's only a 20-minute drive from Belfast. So to the Giant's Causeway, I suppose it's maybe an hour and a half at most. So you've really, everything's quite close by.
That's really close, yeah. Especially if you live in California. Everything's it's an hour and a half just in traffic to go. Well, I shouldn't say that. Forgive me, my listeners. Forgive me. And anything else people should see while they're here? The Moor Mountains, obviously.
Yeah, well, I think obviously the Mournes they're a beautiful area. A hill walker's paradise, a climbing paradise. Some of the best climbing in the world. There's some great mountain bike trails down around Rostrevor, Donard, Tullymore, and there's some brilliant walking trails as well. Ireland really is an outdoor haven. It's perfect for it. You've got all the lakelands for canoeing and kayaking in Fermanagh, which is only an hour and a half away as well. You've got great surf off the west and the north coast. Some of the biggest surf in the world comes into the west coast of Ireland.
Wow, interesting.
In the north coast, you've got nice waves for beginner surfers as well. So we have it all within an hour and a half to 2 hours drive. It's
pretty amazing. We're going to be here for a week, and we're doing a couple things every day. So we're going to get the whole grand tour. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I'm really jealous of your itinerary.
Just come with us.
Must admit, I might pack up the business for a week and join you.
Yeah, just follow us around. Yeah. Well, thanks for the afternoon paddling. I had a great time, learned a lot, and hopefully I'll be back.
Super.
Or we'll see you in the States.
Thanks for joining us.
All right, thank you. Thanks to Tourism Ireland, Falta Ireland, and Stellar for a great week, and thank you for listening. I'll drop these whenever the opportunities present themselves, and if you have an adventure or idea you want uncut, hit me up and we'll make it happen.